Howdy folks, Ryan Christie here, Authentic Alpha, growing it all out. I wanted to share today one of my favorite, it's a total body exercise but more upper body focused, not traditionally called, more commonly called the Hindu push-up. And you see it in yoga, it's this waving push-up variation. Sumo wrestlers of old, some of the best sumo wrestlers, judo, Kimura would do loads of these and share it with his students. Bruce Lee has recommended this in the Tao of Jeet Kune Do. And it's something that I've benefited from greatly for upper body strength and just overall just feeling great. So the Hindu push-up. I'm going to show you a couple different variations. I'm going to go body weight, use the earth board as well. The earth board, formerly known as the Shena board in Persian push-up board, but it's great for any push-up variation because of grip. It allows you to really grip the ground, and that's something that I really developed with this, the Hindu push-up itself, because you can see it and it's like, oh yeah, we just do that. But feet and hands are always most important in all exercise and what you're doing with your feet and the hands. So in the Hindu push-up, there's lots of different variations. You can start from your knees in like a child's pose, and it's like you're diving underneath the fence, like you're trying to get as close to the ground as you can without touching the ground. And then you can scoop back the way you came, a double scoop. And then you go into the downward dog variation where the legs are straight and then you dive into it. So lots of different variations. I'm going to show the more advanced variations and really break down what I do with the hands. Because there's a pull movement and then there's a push movement. So as I'm going down to control gravity, I'm not pushing. I'm pulling with my hands, and then at the moment I want to go up, that's my push. And then when I'm going back down, if I'm reversing it, I'm shaking the camera a little bit, sorry. Going back down, I'm pulling, and then I push back. So it's that pull first with the hands, middle finger to pinky, I'm pulling, and then I'm pushing middle finger to thumb. So pull down, push up, pull down, push back. So let's get into it, and I'll demonstrate. I'll show you how I use my hands. Here we are, folks. So hands, remember, super important. On any push-up variation, like what are you doing with your hands? There's different positions, ways of gripping the ground, and it'll give you more activation because a lot of people have issues with their wrists when they're doing any push-up variation. And so the more that you can get connected to your hands, especially on the Hindu push-up, the better it's going to feel. The more connected you are from ground to hands and then to the rest of the body, right? Especially the upper body. So like I said in the intro, the first movement, when I'm starting from the downward dog, the first movement is a pull. And I'm really focusing on these three fingers to pull me down, and then I'm going to push up with middle finger to thumb. So let me show you. Try to get a good view of my hands. And I'm going to be gripping, I'm pulling like this, and then I'm going to push like that. Drive, pull, push, and there's martial arts hands in this as well, okay? So watch the hands. So I'm pulling with these three, pull, 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 and then about here, I'm shifting my weight to my middle finger to thumb, and then I push up. And then I'm gonna pull from here, pull back down, push. So I'm driving in like this, pushing back, pull down, push up, pull back down, push back, pull, push, pull down. See this? When I pull, it helps me bring my elbows in and activate my lats a lot more. And the push is going to be more towards the midline. So by doing that, you're wedging your hands, they're driving into the ground, and you're going to activate the kind of muscles that you want as you do this movement. But that's the beauty of this, the Hindu push-up, is that you're working so many things. It's dynamic stretching at the same time. There's so much, okay? So from here, like just say I get stuck here. And maybe my knees are on the ground at this point, but my weight's more, or my weight's more towards middle finger to thumb here. And then I'm gonna grip these outer, pulling, my elbows come in, and then I'm gonna push back. Pull, push, pull down, push back. Now, Earthboard is my evolution of this. Evolving something, Persian yoga, that was only used, Shena board it's called, it's only used for push-ups, primarily, that I've seen. So I've just evolved it to be an all-in-one tool. Like, how much can we do with this? What can we use this for? Balance board, movement, but especially for push-ups. Like, that's the essence of why this was created. And what it does is it really allows us, like, gripping grass or gripping a mat is a bit more challenging, right? You really have to use your hands a whole lot more. With the Earthboard, formerly known Shena board, this is the Shena style variation here. Sometimes you see it a bit differently, but it traditionally looks like this. But the beauty of this is that you can really use the rounded edges, use the lift to connect to your grip that much more. And then the stronger that your grip is, the more that you can squeeze this, the stronger you are all the way up the line. So for Hindu push-ups, this is awesome. And you have wider or more narrow, okay? So let me show you, just like before, as I'm going down, I'm pulling, and then as I'm coming up, I'm gonna push through the thumb pad, really, like middle finger to thumb pad. So here, I like pulling into this rounded space here. And then I'm driving, I'm pushing here, okay? Here we go. Pull, 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 push. So you can see the rotation that happens with my elbows and my shoulders. And I'm gonna pull down, push. So my push, I can even go like flat hands here and really put my weight on my thumb pad. Pull, 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 pull. Push, push, push. Pull down, push back. Pull, push, pull, push. Et voila. So this is the Hindu push-up. I forgot the other name for it, Dans. There's the Hindu squat as well. They call it Hindu because Indian wrestlers of old used to do this a lot. But you see this historically, this movement done so many different ways. But it'll really develop your upper body strength. The better you are connected to your hands, the better connected you are to the rest of your body, especially your upper body strength as well. And you get this added benefit of core, hamstring stretch, back stretch, like the whole back line of the body going into the downward dog you get a stretch at the start, and then you have the upward facing, then you get all this stretch as well. So it's like a spinal wave. Yeah, and that's the principle of rhythm, ebbs and flows. So you're really learning to flow, dive through, pulling, pushing. Et voila. So that's a Hindu push-up tutorial, one of my favorite upper body exercises. Total body, but upper body emphasis exercise. And really learning to segment your grip from pulling to pushing. Pull, push. If there's any questions, reach out. Comments, feedback, your own experiences with the movement. And like I said, there's easier variations, child's pose, diving through, maybe just diving down and reset from the downward dog. But that's the more advanced variation of the double scoop from the downward dog, the one that you see. So quality over quantity. Keep moving and grooving. Authentic alpha. Holistic health. Mind, body, and spirit. But it all starts with the mind, and the mind connection to the body and what you're doing with the body. Mindful movement.